1-800-449-8255. You're on the most incredible, dynamic, sophisticated, electronic, textured, digital, robotic talk radio show, not just in the history of mankind, but in the history of dinosaurs. You guys, you fucking name the history. I am it, baby. Clark the Shark from the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's never a microphone. It's solid gold, not gold plated. I'm sorry, you guys, if in recent videos I made the mistake, the critical, fatal mistake of calling the Sharkerphone gold plated. It's not. It's solid gold. Everything is solid gold about it because it was presented to me by Steve Garvey for Congress or for U.S. Senate 2024 or governor. I don't know what Steve Garvey's running for or even what the point is, but he's going to lose in the very blue state of dark blue state of Democrat California, where it's overcrowded, smoggy, there's nowhere to park because non-citizens can drive. They can take your job, devalue your job, and take all the Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash jobs too. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show from me, the fabulous little Sharky, where I'm only 5'6". There's no college degrees. Since I was 3 years old, they've been laughing at me and fucking hating me or something. And then my mom is like, don't worry. Did you guys ever have a mom that would give you like backhanded compliments? And that's like all she gave you. It was never like if it was a good or great compliment, then I felt even twice as fucking shitty, like, or something. And that's probably why there's no backup here at the Clark the Shark residence. I don't have Marty McSorley or Dave Semenko or who's that guy, Don Cherry, or Mike Krushelniski, or anyone, you guys. Nobody. There's nobody that's going to beat anyone up for me. Just myself. And if you come and yell at me, I'll probably just tell you to go listen to the Blues Magoos. 1968, baby. The third album, Basic Blues Magoos. Now, I'm not going to call this Little Sharky's underground garage today. No way, you guys. It's just a 1968 killer album. One of the most favorites of me, yours truly, your humble servant at the Sharkerphone, the golden EIB Sharkerphone, me, Clark the Shark, where there's fucking nobody better. Not Eddie Canastrossi, not Dr. Demento. Those guys really aren't above me, you guys. They're all right. Okay, they're funny. I did get an angry email from Howard Stern where he was imploring to me not to call myself number one worldwide anymore, even if I'm right here on WABC Radio, New York, and I really am number one. He doesn't care. He's the king of all media, Baba Booey. Still in his mind anyway. I just think he's become some left-wing liberal Democrat shill for, like Obama, Paul McCartney, Dave Grohl, Joe Biden, Ellen, Anderson Pooper leftism. Look at Howard Stern, how fucking awesome he used to be long ago. But Bongo Fiesta, just funny shit. His life story, it was classic. And look what he's fucking turned into today. And then he emails me and gives me all this grief, saying he's going to sue me if I keep saying I'm number one worldwide, you guys. I don't really say that. I'm just kidding around. But if you look at the Arbitrons, you look at my demo, I'm probably really like number 2.3. There's a few. I would just say maybe just one. I'm not going to name his name. That's above me. Big deal. I don't care if I'm number 2 because I'm talking about the basic blues Magoos, baby. This psychedelic rock blues kick-ass album. There were a lot of kick-ass albums in 1968. When I think of stuff like the blues Magoos, I also think of, like the Small Faces. A bunch of bands come rocketing to mind. But there's something here. There's also that band, The Move. I love that interesting bluesy psychedelia with a little tinge, if you will, of garage. Me, Clark the Shark. But this isn't Little Sharky's Underground Garage today. This is 1968, and when I'm talking about 1968, I'm not really talking about garage rock anymore. That would be 1966, parts of 65, and maybe a little bit parts of the psychedelic year of 1967. When I'm talking about 1968, the sound is more polished, it's heavier, it's more bluesy. At times, overall, all these bands still have some psychedelia, but it's waning, and they're becoming more mature, serious, kick-ass blues rock and roll bands. Basic blues Magoos. This album is very interesting to me, Clark the Shark, above all other albums, maybe even above The Move and The Small Faces and others, you guys. I don't even know what to compare this to. Now, of course, this is the band with some awesome songs. Electric Comic Book, the second album, has some killer shit on it. And of course, that song, We Ain't Got Nothing Yet, which sounds a little bit like Deep Purple. I think Black Knight, I'm not sure. It's like do 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 do. It's like the same riff or tangent lick or whatever. Richie Blackmore definitely lifted it from We Ain't Got Nothing Yet by the Blues Magoos. Black Knight, Deep Purple. Check it out, you guys. Very similar. Maybe paying homage, tribute, something like that, like me, Clark the Shark, like I often do with GE, the greenhouse effect. Who knows? People are like, Shark, you just out and outright rip shit off. And I'm like, maybe not, though. I'm paying homage, you guys. Ben is Dead does sound like Journey to the Center of Your Mind by Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes. I admit it. And there are others. That one song sounds a little too much like Neil Young. And of course, people say America the Beautiful is just a reworked version of The Who, Heaven and Hell. I don't think so, you guys. Maybe a bunch of my songs, there is controversy, and I have fielded emails where someone's like, if you ever make money, first thing you're going to fucking do is pay me, Clark the Shark. And I'm like, I'll see you in court because I got to take a little sidebar diversion here. I want to talk about this guy that actually sued Mick Jagger and maybe the Rolling Stones. I'm not sure. Maybe it was just Mick Jagger that he sued for that song, Just Another Night. I listened to both songs, and it does sound like Mick ripped off this guy's song. It really does. It even went to court where the guy lost. Don't ask me how. The judge and jury must have been smoking fucking crack in that lawsuit, because they obviously either knew nothing about music or they didn't listen carefully enough. But then I later found out that Mick gave this guy like $100,000 6 months after the court case, the lawsuit. And I'm like, well, if any of you out there want to give me Clark the Shark $100,000, and you can actually do it, and you can say, Clark the Shark, you ripped off my song. Here, I'm going to give you $100,000 to your PayPal, CLAHAGIN at AOL.com. You can actually sue me and give me money for ripping off your song right here on the Clark the Shark show. I'm not kidding. I want you to. If I stole your song, I want you to actually pay me even more money so I can promote it, and then I can make the money and not you. That's how our society works now, you guys. We got people shaking people down, like non-citizens shaking you down because you said something bad about them or racist or something. And now you have to pay them because you hurt their feelings. Well, that's how I am, Clark the Shark. And when it comes to basic blues Magoos, I think Richie Blackmore should sue the Blues Magoos for Black Knight by Deep Purple, because after all, We Ain't Got Nothing Yet was before Deep Purple, and then Deep Purple stole that riff. So I think Richie Blackmore should not only sue the Blues Magoos, but he should sue Inglewood Court in Los Angeles County and the California Democrat Party for all the lawsuits where people's feelings are hurt. And, you get a restraining order on someone because supposedly they won't leave a house that you never even fucking go to, ever. You only come around to, cause fights and shit and shake people down for money for a house you don't even own. So maybe you should sue Clark the Shark at 1-800-449-8255. And while you're at it, sue the shit out of the Blues Magoos, because they stole Black Knight by Deep Purple. I swear to God. They actually stole it in advance, though, you guys. They knew Richie Blackmore, John Lord were going to come up with that riff in the future, just like The Who should have known I, Clark the Shark, was going to come up with, some of their songs 30 years later. So I think I should sue The Who just for being there and being mean. And I don't like the way they smash their fucking gear or something. Me, Clark the Shark. In fact, I'm going to sue the Blues Magoos and Dirk McQuickley. I'm even going to use Dirk McQuickley's lawyers. And I'm going to sue Deep Purple, the Blues Magoos, and The Who, and The Move, and Jeff Lynne of ELO. Because all of you fucking guys ripped me off. I wrote all your fucking songs right here in the Sharkulation. It's not a simulation. It's a Sharkulation right here at 1-800-449-8255. From the fabulous golden EIB Sharkerphone. It's not a microphone because it's the Wolfman Jack on crack with the smoothest delivery you ever heard. Way better and more technical than Eminem, Dr. Dre, Sean Hannity, Greg Gutfeld, Jim Rome, Howard Stern, Mario Lopez, Rick Dees, and Steve Garvey, and Ronald Reagan, and Wayne Gretzky. None of them can speak into the microphone like Clark the Shark, because all they have is a microphone. They don't have a golden EIB Sharkerphone. Only me and El Rushbo, with one half of his brain tied behind his fucking proverbial back. Only me and El Rushbo have the golden EIB Sharkerphone. So don't fuck with us. We're number one. Actually, I fucking hate that guy. He's dead now. and it's fixed in stone forever. It's like laid in cement that Hush Bimbo, the great El Rushbo, is above me, Clark the Shark, and he's above Howard Stern. We're stuck at number 2 forever, but behind Hush Bimbo, a dead man who used to fucking suck on fat cigars like a tailpipe on an Edsel. Yeah, good old El Hushbo. He's gone. He's number 1 forever. You go to his fucking grave and it says number 1, the greatest of all time. I doubt in Redondo Beach and Torrance, they're all going to get together and make a grave at that cemetery out on Inglewood Avenue when Clark the Shark leaves this world and goes to the great beyond. They're not going to write the greatest of all time. It's just going to be a little grave in the corner where there's some ashes in a coffee can. Buried about, I don't know, not even 6 feet down, like 3 feet down. So you can just dig them up and pour them on the ground and spit on them. I don't know, you guys. They all celebrate Blake Douchebag and Elvis and Marilyn Monroe and, you know, all these fake icons, Prince. But they never celebrate me, Sharkalama Ding Dong, the Sharkadoodle-Doo, right here at 1-800-449-8255, where I'm celebrating basic blues Magoos, baby. It's not psychedelia. It is. It's bluesy psychedelia, 1968. I don't know, you guys. But this album influenced me a lot, you guys. I love 1968. I'll admit I love 1967 psychedelia even more. And 1966, you guys, is fucking amazing. The Count 5, The Haunted, The Standells, The Who, a quick one, you know, The Beatles' Revolver, Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Freak Out. Just fucking amazing. Actually, the Doors' debut album was recorded in 1966. And I think, I could be wrong here, but Cream debut album recorded and possibly released also in that great year of 1966. It might be January 67. Anything in January or February 1967, I consider those albums 1966 right here on the Clark the Shark Show, you guys. I do. But Basic Blues Magoos, the Blues Magoos, incredible band, one of the greatest R&B psychedelia garage, but polished garage rock bands that ever existed. And they need to sue Deep Purple, you guys. They do, because Deep Purple, Black Knight is such a signature riff, you know, from Ritchie Blackmore. And it sounds exactly like We Ain't Got Nothing Yet. I'm sorry. It does, you guys. Maybe Deep Purple can sue Blues Magoos, and while they're at it, they can sue me, yours truly, Clark the Shark, right here at 1-800-449-8255, and all because I pointed it out. And of course, Ritchie Blackmore and John Lord and all those guys would be like, we were just paying homage. We didn't rip it off. It's a tribute. It's like a parody. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. That's what I say. You know, Ben is Dead is just a parody. It's a tribute. I'm just paying homage to Ted Nugent and the Amboy Dukes, you guys. You know, Hey Negrita is just a tribute to Neil Young. America the Beautiful, it's not The Who, Heaven and Hell. You know, dude, no way. 22nd Street doesn't sound exactly like Joy Division and The Cure. No, come on, you guys. And, you know, Wilson Phillips isn't rock and roll hoochie coo or any of that, or BOC tribute or paying homage. You guys, I'm original. I swear to God, don't sue me. Clark the Shark at 1-800-449-8255. If you want to, go ahead. It might give me some publicity here. I don't fucking care if you do. I'm talking about the basic Blues Magoos, you guys. Incredible. This is probably their greatest album and one of the greatest albums ever recorded. The Stars, All Music gives it a 4 out of 5. Rolling Stone, it's not listed, but they would have fucking loved it. And of course, side 1, Sybil Green. It begins amazing, you guys. of the in-between, Ralph Scala, Ronnie Gilbert, or Gilbert. Awesome. And one of the greatest songs ever in the history of rock music ever recorded. And you guys all know this one. I Can Hear the Grass Grow, Roy Wood. Awesome. It doesn't get better than that song, you guys. The rest of this album, though, is just as good as that song. That might be a hit, but all the better to see you with. Scala Gilbert. 219, awesome. I want you guys to buy this album if you want to hear bluesy psychedelia. It's not really psychedelic, you guys, but they all, anything in 1967, 68, and parts of 69, it's going to be called psychedelia. It just is, you guys. Maybe not the Stones and the Beatles, White Album or whatever, but Yellow Rose. Emil Thielhelm Gilbert, awesome. I Want to Be There, Thielhelm Scala, killer. And I Can Move a Mountain, Thielhelm. Side one's incredible, melodic, atmospheric. Psychedelic it is, you guys, I guess. Garage, maybe. Polished blues, maybe too polished for a garage, you guys. Like I said, I can't call this Clark the Shark's underground garage. President's Council on Psychedelic Fitness, Scala Gilbert. Side two starts off amazing but gets better. Scarecrow's Love Affair. That's like me. I'm Clark the Shark. I'm like a scarecrow. I'm just there. Birds shit on me, Thielhelm Gilbert. There She Goes. It's not that song, you guys, by you know who. There She Goes. No. All that, you know who I'm talking about. Lou Douchebag. It's not him. Accidental Meditation. I always get like a vibe like the Beach Boys from that title. And you know the song I'm referring to. Esposito. There She Goes, Thielhelm, Esposito, Scala, Gilbert. It's like a democracy, you guys. Everyone's chiming in. You're Getting Old, Thielhelm, Gilbert. That's about me, Clark the Shark. They wrote a song about me. Killer song, dude. Probably really the best song on the album, You're Getting Old. I want you to buy the album just for that song. Subliminal Sonic Laxative. I need that. So more fiber in my diet. Thielhelm, Esposito, Scala, Gilbert. Jeffrey Daking. Chicken Wire Lady. Thielhelm and Gilbert. Side two's incredible, you guys. Psychedelic journey, rock opera, almost like a concept theme running through this or something. It's really fucked up and weird, but catchy, melodic, not really songs for the radio. And everyone, is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame genius. Ralph Scala, Ronnie Gilbert, Emil Pepe Thielhelm, Mike Esposito, Jeffrey Daking. Great drummer. Man, what a drummer he is or was. I'm not sure, you guys. If I get it wrong, if they're still here, everyone's like 80 now. And there's some guy that commented that I said Ron Bushy died. I didn't say that in the video the other day regarding Iron Butterfly. I said Bushy is an asshole. I didn't say he was dead. I think him and Doug Engel are still alive. I said Lee Dorman died recently, about a few years ago, and he was pretty old. He was like 75. And Eric Brand died long ago. It's not a Waldo, you guys all know that Eric Brand died. Not Ron Douchebag. Ron Bushy, sorry. Ron Bushy's the fucking douchebag that wrecked the band. And that's why that band just couldn't hit on all cylinders over the years and all that and get it together all on one page. Iron Butterfly, very sad, the demise of that band. And how they couldn't get it back together. Sometimes they did. I think in the 80s, the classic lineup flirted with being around, but it just couldn't quite hold, you guys. And the Blues Magoos, this band, too, when things got rough in the 70s, I think these guys came back later, reformed and all that. I'm not even sure. I don't like it when 60s bands reform later, like that Yardbirds thing with McCarty, the fucking douchebag on drums and shit like that. I don't like that when 60s bands get back together 30 years later. If they do, it better be with a fucking killer album. That's all I gotta say. I don't even know if these guys are alive or dead. If they are alive, they're probably 85 years old now today, and they could still make a fucking kick-ass album that would be better than like The Who or anyone could make from this era. Although the two recent Who albums are interesting, you guys. Very interesting. The Who album from 2006, the one after Entwistle died, is for the longest time I hated that album, you guys, but now I've listened to it over and over many times, and it's right there with that brand new album, simply self-titled Who. I think it's from 2019, just before COVID, or maybe 2020, I'm not sure. Check out the two recent albums by The Who. They are really fucking good, both of them. I gotta, follow up on the Blues Magoos, because I know in the 60s, these guys were incredible songs, incredible albums. And in history, these guys just got screwed. When we talk about the 60s, we talk about the White Album, Beggar's Banquet, the Who Sell Out, Revolver, Tommy, but we don't talk enough about basic Blues Magoos, you guys. The Blues Magoos. This band was incredible. Everybody's a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer that probably they aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Very weird how Dave Douche and Green Day and Blake Douchebag, they're all in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but not the Blues Magoos. That's just fucking weird. That's great, isn't it, Rolling Stone and all you fucking liberal Democrat pieces of shit that run our media. You forgot about the Blues Magoos for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I mean, just the song alone, you guys. I Can Hear the Grass Grow by Roy Wood. Just that song should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and have its own whole room dedicated to it. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, the Blues Magoos. If you're only a kid, you're 17, and you were born in, I think, 2007, you guys. It's 2024. You're 17, and you were born a long time after 9/11. You guys, our modern day Pearl Harbor, when Mohammed Atta and those terrorists flew those jetliners into the Twin Towers. I was actually working at WABC radio that morning, you guys. You weren't even born. You were born in 2007, 6 years after 9/11. You don't even remember it. Your teachers, your liberal Democrat teachers, haven't taught you properly about 9/11 and what it means to you and your life today. Young person, you're only 17. I want you in particular to go get into the Blues Magoos and don't listen to Douche Grohl, Green Day, or any of that fucking shit. Fuck all that. Taylor Swift, fuck that. Don't listen to that. You listen to basic Blues Magoos and everything 60s, baby. 1966, 67, 68, 69. You get into good music no matter what your friends say. You only have one friend now, and that's me, Clark the Shark, yours truly, from the golden EIB Sharkerphone, because it's not a microphone, baby. It's solid gold. And, fuck Howard Stern and his emails. He's not number one. He's old. He's yesterday. Me, Clark the Shark, I'm the future. Fuck all the others, dude. El Hushbo, Levin, Hannity. Screw them all, dude. Rick Dees, dude, these guys got nothing on Sharky. You know who's number one, baby, at 1-800-449-8255. That's right. It's Sharkadoodle-Doo, the Sharkalema Ding Dong, right here at WABC Radio, New York, where all the solar system loves Clark the Shark. Venus, Mars, Mercury, Earth, Saturn, Pluto, planet Judas, planet Snosberry, Jupiter, Saturn, fuck it, dude. Especially, though, on Uranus. Clark the Shark, baby, number one worldwide, because I'm talking about the Blues Magoos, these geniuses from the 60s. I'm so sad, you guys, that the 60s are gone and that you guys have to live in this shitty AI world today where both the right and the left are just robots and they suck. It's like two dueling robots fighting for your vote. Don't vote for them. Vote for me, Clark the Shark. I'll be honest with you, and I'll give you the lowdown and the skinny on everything, not just music, but geography, molecular biology, gynecology, literature, and of course, plumbing. You name it, dude. Swimming pool cleaning, Uber driving, fucking dude. I'm the expert at it all. A Swiss Army knife, jack of all trades, Clark the Shark, 1-800-449-8255. Because I am talking about the Blues Magoos, this bluesy, psychedelic, amazing rock and roll album. It's got to be one of the greatest albums ever recorded in the history of rock. Not just rock music, but all music, you guys. And I want you to buy this at Amazon, Spotify, iTunes. Get into everything by the Blues Magoos. Not just we ain't got nothing yet. We ain't seen nothing yet. Fuck that, dude. That's an amazing song. I want you to get into this whole album and listen track by track because this is fucking incredible, you guys. And this music matters. The 1960s, they matter, baby. I don't think today matters. I don't think 2001, 2003, 2004, 2017, 2024. I don't think these are important times anymore, you guys. The only thing important about today is me, yours truly, Clark the Shark. But everything else, fuck it. You could throw it in a hat. It's meaningless. But not the 60s. It was important. The music was great. It was bluesy. It was psychedelic. It was garage. It was sometimes overproduced and overpolished and sometimes too much in a garage. But whatever it was, I loved it. Me, Clark the Shark, buy this album. Basic Blues Magoos and everything by the Blues Magoos, you guys. Fucking amazing. And even Deep Purple will tell you, fuck yeah, Clark the Shark is right. Get this fucking music, you guys. It's incredible. And I'm out of here. Peace.